So, my last video that I did, or I pretty much said my last words and my goodbyes, and pretty much to myself and everybody and my friends. I end up surviving, um, being electrocuted to death. Uh, if I could try to walk through the steps of this, I guess. I plugged in my toaster, I filled up my bathtub, and then I messaged a few people, tell them that I love them and I'm sorry, tell them the typical goodbyes. So I was waiting for my last video to upload, literally was counting down the minutes and then eventually seconds, and when it got to the last 10 seconds I decided to put my phone down, and I was waiting for that notification to go off saying that my last video was uploaded. And then once I heard it, I began to do my own countdown from 10 to pretty much 3 because I skipped 2 and 1. I ended up dropping the toaster. I had it in my hands and I put it down with me into the bathtub. And as it happened, my toaster exploded into my hands and it ended up passing out for 30 minutes. Um, I woke up and then I passed out another probably 20 minutes. I don't know. And then probably about 30 to 40 minutes later, my brother found me in the bathtub with the toaster in it, and he yanked out the toaster out and he pulled me out of the water. And I was probably completely numb. I was probably I don't know. I was zoned out. The fact of I don't know if I was trying to pretty much I was trying to see that I survived somehow, and I was trying to understand why, and I I was just brain dead for the first hour, and I just felt like falling asleep. I woke up in the ambulance from my place to the hospital, and I was in the ER for 24 hours. I had needles in both my arms, and uh, I had a couple of family and friends that come visit me in the ER while I was there, even my coworkers. And pretty much my doctor told me, he's the typical questions of how I'm feeling, if physically, emotionally, and I was answering honestly, and I told him on for real that surprised that I survived, and I'm kind of depressed about it because the intent was to actually kill myself. And he said, um, yeah, it was remarkable that I happened to survive. So the worst that I had was first degree burns on my hands when the toaster exploded in my hands, and he left me there. So my brother came to visit me in the ER, and he told me that even the ambulance told him, he says it's not very often that he saves people that were in the bathtub with a toaster. He says it's very rare that I'm one of the first cases that he saw apparently that survived it. So I guess I not purposely, but I guess I beat an odds of pretty much 2% to survive, and I don't know. All I know is in that time being, I was very sad and depressed that I couldn't just finally just die. I don't know if anybody watches my whole story that I've been suicidal and depressed for a very long time, a very long time. And my girlfriend leaving me at the time definitely didn't help. And it's not like I killed myself because of her. a part of it is she was the trigger to like the whole pretty much like the game of Mousetrap. I was already downhill and broken as it is, and she was just the crank that turned it for me pretty much. And I don't blame her, I don't blame anybody, it's like myself. And I don't want to use my past as an excuse of it defying me because I've throughout these videos and stuff I've been doing, I always tell people that your past might be broken, but it doesn't define who you are today. And sometimes I forget that and I slip into my own little episodes. And yeah, like I'm a broken person. I wish I could have been better for her. I wish I could have been a better for my brother, and I wish I could be better for my mom and family and friends. And sometimes I'm holding up beams of keeping my shit together, and sometimes it's overbearing and it collapses. So I was admitted into this like the psych ward for like pretty much 4 days. I was being validated, talked to my doctor and everything else. I was on pills. And he told me as long as I'm taking my pills, I'm going to go see my psychologist and like therapy and shit, I'm going to be fine. So he gave me all the contacts and resources he needs, and he gave me my pills. Because I could stay, but I don't want to stay in the psych ward. I got bills to pay. If I'm going to live with this second chance, I might as well kind of live my life a little bit. But it doesn't change the fact that why I did it. And I legit didn't even attempt to kill myself. I actually dropped the toaster with me in it. I had it in my hands. I sunk the toaster into the bathtub to actually die. And I'm fucking pissed off that I survived because now I'm here still feeling the same way. I just, I don't know. I just want to try to see the positives in life and shit, but it's really difficult. Because like I am my own enemy pretty much. I am like the villain. Like I'm the asshole. I'm that piece of shit dude that people warn you about. I'm the boyfriend that your parents warn you about. I'm the friend that your friends warn you about. Like, and so I have a lot of redeem redeeming myself more than anything. I feel I I had a lot of thinking, like pretty much in the past like 6 days from when I started into the hospital till I got out, and even like here and there, I still think about it, questioning my existence and questioning what I do. People try to be positive, maybe kiss my ass a little bit or whatever, and they're just saying like, keep doing what I do. My art is great, your voice is great, the way you see life is great, and you push people to. But to me, I just feel like I'm a hypocrite. I feel like what I say it doesn't hit, doesn't do anything. I just feel like I'm just talking and nobody's listening. And like maybe it's because I have my own issues, like abandonment issues and trust issues and stuff, but it's hard to change that when that's your whole life growing up. I just I'm trying to do like the best I can, I guess, for now. I don't know what happened, but this is pretty much an update to say, hey, I survived and I got a lot of fixing up to do. I guess like my YouTube channel is not completely dead just yet, so I guess the purpose of this video is to I guess show my growth from being like broken to being better, and then now from being broken again, I'm gonna figure out how to be better. Because it was like I'm broken because of my childhood, but now I'm just broken because I'm fucking miserable. And I was a really shitty person, so I have a lot to redeem for myself. And I hope I can. And I hope I can be satisfied and happy with myself, and everybody else can feel the same. So, I guess my last video is a lie. This isn't my last video, and I guess I'll keep going. with, with gaming, I guess, and updating more often because I don't know if everybody loves just watching game videos. Or anybody's invested into my life here. But I'll say thank you to all the people that cared for me and was there for me for those past few days. Like my friends like Tyler and Jamie and Donald, Steph, Chance, Kyle, Melissa, and then there's like my Facebook friends here and there like Melina and Gabby and Taylor. It's like a and then Melanie. There's like a shit ton of you guys that kept me occupied while I was in the ward. So like thank you for trying to make it easier for me and have a better understanding. But most of it has to be on myself. I have to take that step and I have to see it that way. Because you can say it all you want, but I don't have to believe it until I do it for myself. So I have a lot of work for myself to do. So I guess I'm around for a second go because this is my second chance at life. And I hope I can show you guys of improvements and I hope I can prove to myself that I can improve. So thanks for watching and Karen.